That means I did not find any matching to-dos and my index is undefined, then I will return false, just to indicate that to-do is not deleted. If I find an index of to-do is not equal to undefined, then I will return true. Okay, then I'll return true. But because these two conditions are mutually exclusive, like if index of to do is undefined, that means index of to do is not undefined, so no need to write this second condition. I can write it like this: if it is undefined, then false; if it is not, then do something and then return true. If it is matching, that means I have one index, the one to do which I want to delete. So let's see how we can delete an element from an array with the index. I need to search, I need to Google this because I haven't done this for quite so let's try it. Delete an element from an array of JavaScript. There are 9 ways to remove. Let's take this one, Stack Overflow, and it is splice. This is the syntax to remove an element from an array. If I go back here, I just have to write it over here that this dot to-dos dot splice index of to-do comma 1. So what it will do, it will take the index of the to-do which I want to remove and remove exactly one object or exactly one to-do from this index. That is how splice works. Let me check. Array splice, yes, it will modify the original array and finally it will return true. So this is done. Let's go back over here. This is perfect. One thing we have missed, like even I have put this function over here to delete my to do, I haven't yet called this function over here. So what I have to do is I have to call this, but I can call it like this: user dot delete my to do. Because why? Because this user is actually a copy of the original user, which is this dot user index. So I have to call it like this: this dot user index dot delete my to do with the to do description. Now this will work, and this is actually going to return true or false depending on whether it has deleted to do or not. So I have to resolve this. Why do I have to resolve? Because this is the last step where I am actually deleting it to do. If it is successful, then it is going to return true. If it is unsuccessful, then it is going to return false. And both the values I want to supply to my front end. So I'm going to resolve both the values. And after resolve, as per rule, you will return it. Reject, no need to write explicitly, but if something happens over here, it will be automatically called. This is done with the delete to do. If I go over here, everything looks fine, no error. Let's try and run this one. Okay. This one is created. Get to do. This will be available after 3 seconds. This is like toggle to do. Toggle is successful. If I see it over here, completed should be true. True. Now let's 1 minute. Let me put it over here. Toggle. Now let's write our third API, which is delete to do. Obviously, we have to put this one as well. If I do not provide anything, it should give me username or to do description cannot be undefined. So I have to provide username over here, Clayton, and it should be to do description over here, and to do description should exactly match with the to do description. I have it over here. Okay, so now what it will do, it will delete this to do for Clayton. So to see it correctly, let's add to do one more to do for Clayton. Second to do is create backend. Conduct training, something like that. Okay, so I've added 3 to-dos for Clayton. I can get those to-dos from this endpoint, which is get to-dos by username. I am getting 3 to-dos. I can toggle each one of those to-dos using this API, and I can delete. So delete, I'm going to delete create front-end to-do. Let's see if it works. It is showing false. I don't know why it is returning false. Let's see first whether it has deleted. No, it did not delete. So now what went wrong? CLYTAN. Spelling is correct. Create front end. Create front end. Did I put this correctly over here? Yeah, this is correct. That means our code is somehow not working. So I'm getting the username over here with the lowercase matching with the username which is provided here. Username to do description and await async. Everything looks right. This username, resolve this user, delete my to do. Maybe something is happening over here. To do description is matching with the to do description which I have provided. This is the to do description which I have provided. Delete my to do. Now if you want to do a bug fixing, then you have to console log everywhere and see what is happening. Let's console log this one. This is to dos, and here it shouldn't be like this. I think index is equal to index to do list index. Is equal to undefined. Oh, this is where the problem is. Index of to do exactly equal to index, which actually a comparison operator. I have to set it like this. So that was the syntax error, so sorry for that one. I don't need any console logs now. Let me again create the same number of to-dos, conduct training. Make backend and make front end. It's a spelling mistake, but it should be fine. Now if I get to do, I'll get all those three to dos. Now let's try to delete conduct training, which is over here available. Send. It is returning true, and here if you see, now if I get, it will give me only two to dos. If I want to delete this one, I can send that description, then it will delete that one as well. And if I send the last one over here, it will delete the last one, and finally it will give me an empty array. If I send this again, it should give me an error. It is showing false because there is no to delete. With this, we have completed all create, retrieve, update and delete, and we have our all 4 API endpoints ready. And from next session we will start the React front end, and we will use these 4 endpoints to connect our front end with the back end.
Sudarshan, one more thing. So we are yet to connect this with the SQL server, right?
Yes,
So sorry, MongoDB.
yes,
Once that is done, so backend same architecture we'll use for all the APIs of backend.
yes.
Hmm. That's nice.
And
So I've
backend
understood.
is this much only, nothing
Okay,
else. Only
understood this.
the MongoDB database connection, that
Hmm.
is a little bit different, but it will be similar. Like the way I'm using the function over here as a set timeout, instead of that set timeout function, we will have, not here, instead of set timeout function, we will have database call. The set timeout function, we will just write database get something or database update something, and after it is updated, I will get a callback and I will do the processing and resolve it. Okay, so that's it. I have this recorded. This is a total 2 hours of recording.